Hey Sam, how's it going, man? You are number one today. You are the first. I'm shooting like crap right now, but I'll get dialed in. Here we go. Probably should shoot at something smaller, like maybe a 40 or something. There we go. Hammered that 40. LPS Outdoor Adventures. Howdy. How's it going, man? Thanks for popping in today. Much appreciated. It's the most awesome Sunday afternoon. I'm in the shade. It's like 60 something degrees. Frog didn't stink. It's just a beautiful day. I was going to just make a recording today and got a couple videos I want to make for the channel, but man, didn't want to sacrifice a day like today to be out having fun. Zonked. Cool stuff, man. Yeah, slingshots are fun. You know, the cool part is I live in town. I got neighbors all around, and it's so quiet. Nobody knows I'm shooting stuff. Well, few people do, and they think it's cool, but it's not like I'm firing a 22 in my backyard and then somebody goes on the local Facebook group. Did anybody hear that explosion? It sounded like a gun went off. Is everybody okay? What is the furthest shot you've hit? I don't know that I've ever measured it. I do know at our Slingshot tournament in March down in Indiana, there was a distance shoot part of the tournament. Was a 25-yard shot. You got 10 shots, and I got 6 hits. There was an outdoor course where they had like steel cutouts of animals in all different areas, up in the woods and on the ground, different distances. And I'm pretty sure I probably hit something longer than 25 yards there, but I don't remember the exact distance it was. Probably in that 30, 35 yard range. There was a couple of shots that were really hard. One was a little blue metal coyote. It was probably a couple feet long, but it was buried out in the marsh in a bunch of weeds, and it was like 163 feet out. It was like over 50 yards. And then there was a big deer target mounted in a tree, but it was 193 feet away. I hit the tree. Only a few people hit that deer, but when they did, there was an eruption of woohoo. That was awesome. So honestly, I can't say. My longest shot, the longest I can do here in my backyard is about 25 yards. If I back up, I have a auto repair store right behind me there, behind the camera. And if I go halfway up their driveway, I can shoot 25 yards to my target. So I haven't got to venture out much longer than that. Why the little twist at the end of loading? What I'm doing is the little twist doesn't hurt anything. You could have it twisted like that and it would still shoot fine. But what I'm doing is I'm lining my thumb up this way because I have an anchor point. And if I'm consistent right at the bottom of my cheekbone, that knuckle there is what tells me my hand's in the right place for my shot, and that will help get my altitude dialed in. It's just the way I do it. Some people will do like this, but I just twist it that 90 degrees so that way I've got this part right here that I can punch up against the bottom of my cheekbone, and it helps me aim. Although I'm not shooting real well today. Don't kill birds with that. No, I'm in town. And the thing is, if I tried to kill a bird and I missed, it's probably going in somebody's window or their car. And that would be a bad thing. Oh, there we go. Where I live in the state of Wisconsin, USA. We are not allowed in this state to hunt with a slingshot. I know that I think there's 17 states that don't allow it. Of course, we're one of them. I know a lot of people hunt squirrels and rabbits. I do help control the pest population in my yard, better known as chipmunks. And I've chased a raccoon or two off my property because the raccoons a couple years ago got up on my roof and chewed a big hole in it. It cost me 10 grand for a new roof. So I'm not going to kill a raccoon with this thing. And they're considered pests, so you're allowed to get rid of them however you want. But I guarantee you, when that raccoon shows up and I pull my clay ammo out, he's going home with a bruise in more than one spot. Got it. Thanks. Hey, my pleasure. I love helping people and showing how this hobby works. Would those help defend you against a grizzly bear if you had no choice? If I had no choice, I would definitely take the chance and try. I think if you hit him in the right spot, like in the face or the head or something like that, you might scare him. He's not going to be happy about getting hit in the face or the eye. So you'd probably make them run, but there's no way you're going to take that thing down, especially if you hit them in the body. With all that fur they have, they're barely going to feel it. But I think if you got them in the noggin, especially if you could hit them in the eye, because a friend told me if you shoot a raccoon right through the eye, it doesn't take much because that goes right into their head. Probably the same with a bear. If you could hit them in the eye, which you would have to be a dead shot with a bear charging you, and all you've got is a slingshot in your hand and your adrenaline is pumping, that would be quite a shot. Am I right-handed? No, I am right-eye dominant. What you're seeing is reversed. I'm actually holding the slingshot in my left hand, and I'm pulling with my right hand and aiming with my right eye. But because I'm on selfie mode with my camera, it's reversed. Everybody thinks I'm shooting left-handed, but I'm actually shooting right-handed. Timberman, I think that's what the name is, said hi, hello. Used to watch a lot of history documentaries, always liked the sling. The Ballistics slings they used in ancient times. Yes, those are cool. I've actually got one that I saw a video on and made it out of paracord. And I suck at it. And unfortunately, because I'm in town, I don't have much room that I can actually chuck something with that thing that has any mass. I tried some wiffle golf balls, and they're so light they just kind of float down to the ground. So I need to get some tennis balls maybe. And I got some area this way of my neighbor's yard where I could at least practice throwing it, but I've watched a number of videos on how to do it. It's basically like throwing a baseball. You just have to let go of it just like you would let go of a baseball. I just haven't done it yet, but I have one, and I want to get like a real one with the leather pouch. Excuse me, I just got through eating lunch. The leather pouch and everything. I just don't have one yet. Nice weather today, yes. Excuse my belching. I just got through having, I got the hiccups now. Just got through having lunch, so. Oh no, a gang of kids going by on Main Street. Just joking, they don't scare me. Smallest targets in wood course at ECSD are going to be them yellow birds about the size of a playing card. That's pretty small. We had a few. I think the smallest ones we had at the Midwest Sling Tournament were a little bit bigger than that. But I know there's one tournament where the woods course is just some square targets, just little things, barely bigger than a playing card that you got to shoot at all different heights and distances. That sounds like a lot of fun. How far from your target? I am shooting at 10 meters, which is competition range, international tournaments. all over the world, they have knockdowns. If you see the 5 targets on the top, those are knockdowns, 40 through 80 millimeter and 10 millimeter increments. And one of the events is the knockdowns. You get 5 shots and you get points for each one with a maximum of 30 points in a round. And it's 10 meters. So a lot of what I do is at 10 meters. Although we have a distance shoot, which is 25 yards, and I can back up for that, but I don't practice that a lot. One, it would be really hard for you guys to see what I'm doing if I was at 25 yards. Double tap the screen. Yes, that gives me likes. Thank you, Rat's Eye View. Appreciate that. Appreciate the hearts and the likes. Somebody calling me a predator? I'm not a predator. I like kids. We're going to stay out of that kind of conversation. If you're a troll, you can get lost because we don't want you around. We're just out having fun. I try and keep my channel family friendly so parents can let their kids watch it without having to worry about what they're going to see or hear. To me, when I come out here, I can put aside politics. I can put aside differences. I can put aside anger and just shoot and have fun and forget about everything for a little while and hang out with my friends. So if you bring any of that stuff out, you're out of here. Out of all channels, I just scrolled through. This is the one I liked. In the fam, I reported him for it. Oh, well, that's good. I didn't ever see it, so I thank you, whatever it was, but I didn't see it, so no big deal to me. Justin Brownlee said hi. Hello, Justin. How art thou? We're just out slinging on a beautiful sunny afternoon. It's absolutely drop dead gorgeous. I should be out flying my RC planes, but I'm having too much fun with a slingshot. Plus I can just do it right here in my yard. I don't have to pack the car up and charge batteries and all that kind of stuff. There's a pheasant head made out of leather on a stick sticking up. I think it's over there. No, it's over here. I'm going to shoot at him. Let me zoom in a little bit. Maybe you can see it. When you hit him, he gives a nice smack and he wobbles around. Thank you guys for reporting whoever it was you reported. I did not see it, so hey, I'm appreciative. Let's hit that pheasant head. Oh, missed him. If I block the shot, somebody yell. I'll see it in the comments. Man, I think my band is going bad. I think I see a spot where it's starting to cut. So this band has oh, got him. Spun him around a little bit. I'm only going to get a couple more shots out of this set of bands. For those that are curious, you get between 200 and 500 shots. In this band, you can probably see got a little hole in it. I can still get a couple more shots with it, but don't worry, I got backups. I got more stuff to shoot. I didn't bring just one. Bring just one weapon to the fight here. Boom. I was a Royal Ranger in the 80s. Cool. That's awesome. Some HVAC guy. Yes, I was a Ranger in the 60s when it started. And now we have it at my church, and I'm a leader in it. And I've been involved in it in multiple stops in my life as I moved around the country and went to different churches. They had it. I was in it. In fact, we're going to our boys' camp, our big summer camp in June. And one of the 12 events that the kids can participate in is slingshot shooting. And I'm the one running the event. I have a whole bunch of wooden frames, tree branches. I'm going to put some bands on and hang some milk jugs and pie plates and let the kids go at it and teach a few and give away a few frames. AXA TV says he's a troll. Hey, Philip, can you get rid of the troll? Which one's the troll? Is it this guy, AXA TV? I'm going to wait and see what the comments look like. If so, bye-bye. Oh, I got the 25 millimeter leather. That's awesome. Yeah, he's a troll. Let me see what I can do, boys. Remove. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. He gone. Thanks for the heads up, folks. Appreciate it. Let's keep this clean and fun. Okay, now on the other side, I believe it's this side, there's a green yellow bell hanging up. It's a bell inside of a plastic case. It's small. So we're going to try and hit that thing. Oh, just missed. If you see where the fabric moved in the back, it's just in that area. Oh, I killed it. Boom. Frostio. Hello. How you doing, man? Just had to hide a comment. Hope somebody else just handled it. Thank you. Do you hunt with the slingshot? No, I don't. I was asked a few minutes ago. The state that I live in, I'm in the Wisconsin in the USA, upper Midwest. It is against the law to hunt with a slingshot. I just do it for target shooting for fun. I do shoot at raccoons that come in my yard as a way to get rid of them, and I've taken a few chipmunks, which are pests, and pests you can take however you want. But hunting squirrels, rabbits, that kind of game, you are not allowed to do so with a slingshot where I live. So I'm more of a target guy. I don't eat wild game. I'm more of a, give me a pig, a cow, or a chicken, and I'm happy. So if I'm not going to eat it, I'm not going to hunt it. What thickness is that? My bands I'm shooting here are 0.45. They're very thin with a very small pull. I think the draw weight's like 5 or 6 pounds. I have a taper on them of 2212, which this band is just about worn out. So I'm losing a lot of power on it. That gives me pretty good speed for target shooting. So that's my preferred band of choice. I shoot 8mm steel, so it's just the right perfect setup for 8mm steel. If I shot 9.5, I would probably go to a 0.5, a little bit thicker band to get that little bit more power for the heavier steel. There we go. All right, I'm going to retire this because my band, as you can see, is getting worse. So this is my baby. I love this slingshot. It's my go-to everyday shooter. So I'm going to put it away, but never fear, I have more. Wow, 56 likes already. Dude, 500 people on. Dang, I must be popular today. Look at that. Thank you for everyone. All right, I'm going to get my backup. This is kind of an ergonomic setup. As you can see, it's offset. This has purple bands on it. They're the same thickness. Essentially, they're the same bands as the pink ones. There's some very subtle, nuanced differences to them that most shooters won't be able to detect. But they shoot pretty good. I just need to get my focus and my aim figured out on this one so I'm shooting good again. Because it's a little bit different. The other one, you aim by aiming down the band that's on top. The other one comes right up to the edge of my frame. And this one, when I wrapped it, you can see it doesn't come to the edge of my frame. So I'm having to adjust a few things on the fly. Once I get it figured out, we'll start hitting better again. There we go. That was a good hit. Damn, Granddad, you lethal. Oh, man. I don't hope people see me as lethal. I hope they think I'm a cool guy, like a granddad, except I'm not a granddad because I don't have any kids. Never had kids. I really wanted them, but just didn't work for us. But I've worked with kids all my life and mentored many, many kids. So I'm kind of like a grandpa to some. Have you ever had one snap and hit your finger? What they do, in fact, when I shoot my advanced slingshot that I'll get out here in a little bit, I put these sleeves on my fingers because sometimes the bends will go through and then they bounce back and they hit you in the hand. And usually band slap, they call it, because the bands are too strong for the ammo. So I could put these monster bands on here and fling this at ungodly speeds, but I'm wasting all that energy in the band because the ammo is too light, and that's what causes it to bounce back. And I've had a few band slaps from that. When these break, they usually break right here, and they don't have the force because you're pulling it back when they break. They don't usually, you're holding it, they don't break there. They usually break on a pullback, and it just snaps forward. It doesn't hurt at all. People ask about the bands coming off the slingshot and hitting me in the face. The only time that's happened is when, like this slingshot here, it's screwed. There's pieces that you screw out on plates that just lock it in place. If I don't tighten that screw down good, sometimes the first time I pull it back, it might snap loose and smack me. Usually what I do when I change the bands on those kind is I'm in the house and I'll screw it down tight and I'll just stretch it really hard a couple of times and make sure it doesn't pop loose. I got all the stuff cut out. I'll have your frame. Oh, thanks a lot, man. Appreciate it. And Mr. Sam there's making me a frame. I have no idea how well I'll do with it, but it's a mini one. So we'll see what that is. He showed me a picture of it. Looks kind of interesting, but we'll see. We'll play with it when it comes in. I learned a valuable lesson at 16. Sling bows have a guard ring for a reason. Got a barbecue skewer through my hand. Youch. Yeah. There are people that shoot darts with these things like this long, and the dart has a hook on it that goes in the pouch. And that just looks scary. You do anything wrong, that thing's going right into your, no, not going there. Kudos to you folks that do it. This boy ain't going to do it. I'm old enough and I've survived without any huge injuries like that. I've had a few, but at this age, I don't want to start a new bunch of stories. Z-Dink said, hi, hello. Band slap is like string burn with a bow, yeah. You know a guy's good with a tool when he has permanent marks from his repeated use. Yep, there's actually a guy, I think in Europe. Some people have asked if I've looked his stuff up, and I did. His name's George, Jorge, Jorge Prav, I think is something like that. He designed a slingshot that has like a hilt right over your fingers to protect you from band slap. I said, now that's a good idea. If I built my own slingshots, I would steal that idea. But I don't. I don't have the stuff or the room to set up a shop. All right, I think it's time to have some fun. We got a boatload of likes out there. Plinking, yes, I love plinking. It's fun. The dart is wild. Yeah, I'm not going there. Richard said hi. Hello, Richard. I want to keep my hands dart free. I'm with you on that one. All right, let me remove somebody who's being annoying. What velocity of steel is traveling, even equivalence to a gunshot? Okay, these bands here That one and the purple one that I was just shooting, I did a test on them. I have a chronograph. At the length I was shooting them, I do not have it optimized for max speed. At the length I was shooting them in a short draw situation, like this was considered short draw, I was getting about 220 feet per second. People that do the long draw, or they call it the full butterfly, where they whoo, those things are getting well over 300. Is that in the same range as a 22 or a big game gun? I don't think so, but it's pretty quick and it'll knock an animal down. All right, so we're gonna have some fun. I always like doing this on a live because it's very popular and super fun. We're going to cut a can. Greetings from the Netherlands. I think you might be my first Netherlands person. Thank you. Thanks for watching. You wear eye protection. We're going to cut this. I have had some safety glasses, the cheap ones that most people have. When I turn to focus, they distort and I can't see. Can't focus. Normally what I'm shooting at 10 meters and the targets I have, there's really no bounce back. So I don't really worry about it. If I get up closer and I'm shooting at something hard for a video or something, I'll put safety glasses on only because I know it's dangerous. And if I'm teaching kids and they're shooting at very close distances, they all wear safety glasses. The thing is, when bands break, they break at the pouch and the band goes that way. So there's no danger of it coming back. I've hit myself in the cheek by some really weird things, but it's one of those things we weigh. And I think I'm on the side of like 97% of what I do is fairly safe. So it's a good question. I get it all the time. It's kind of like seat belts. Do you wear them or no? I got friends that will never wear a seat belt. I got friends that won't wear a motorcycle helmet when they ride their motorcycle. But dadgum wear chaps and leather coats and call that protection. I don't understand that part, but anyway, we're not going there. All right, so let's pull the fun slingshot out. This is the one I've been learning. My buddy on here, Sam, knows all about this one. This is an advanced one. Let me get caught up on my comments. You have rubber-powered firing mechanisms. Well, that's kind of what we're playing with, rubber-powered firing mechanisms. Craig said, hi, hello. You can punch through plywood. If it's a clean punch, you're getting around 300 to 400 feet per second. Well, there you go. That's more research than I've done. Hey, I know you're curious. It's a great question. I get it almost every time I'm doing a live. I get that question. So it would take some hefty bands and some serious speed to punch through the plywood, but you could certainly kill a rabbit real easy with that. I find your content intriguing. Thank you. I have a good time doing it. Where are you from? I'm from Wisconsin in the USA. Just about 2.5 hours north of Chicago is where I live. Is there any kids saying sling shooting? At the tournament, sling shooting long draw. I don't know about full butterfly, but there was 1 or 2 kids that were really good that were shooting long draw for sure, like I do. And actually, it was Josh Hicks' kid, and he actually won the kids division, and he's a dead eye. He'll be competing pro pretty soon. Haven't seen a Royal Ranger hat in forever. Well, here you go. We still have it at my church, and I'm still a leader. Upstate New York, howdy. Tell us about the wristband. This one? I don't want to dive too deep into it, okay? But I will give you a really quick synopsis of what it is. It's a witnessing tool. I'm a Christian. I'm a believer. And this basically, if you're a Christian, you know the plan of salvation. All those colors have a Bible verse on it, and you can use it to talk to someone and help them find God if they're looking. So it's just something I wear all the time, and it's become part of who I am. It gets cold up in Wisconsin. I had Sturgeon Bay. Holy smokes. That's a long way up there. Yeah, I'm in the southern end where it's not quite so bad, but we do get cold. Okay, I'm shooting pickle fork. This is an advanced style of shooting. The reason is, as you can see, there's no big gap for the ammo to go through. It's like impossible to get it through there perfectly. So what you do, and I'll be using a long draw where I'm pulling from here instead of here, get that extra room. When I hold the pouch, I put the tiniest little tweak on it with my hand. So when I pull back, I go like this, and see how the top is pulled back? Well, what that does, this band on top now, this one here, has tiny bit more tension on it so that when you shoot, it goes over the top. If you tweak too much, your shot goes way off to the side. And I've been practicing, and I'm getting to where I can cut a can now. I'm not dead on accurate. I wouldn't compete this way yet, but I'm getting much better at it. It's fun to cut a can with this. If you make a mistake, you hit the frame, you break stuff, you hit your finger, it hurts. I was scared to do this for a while, but I got some people that helped me with some techniques, and wow, I just saw a number with a 1 in front of it. Man, we're killing it today. So I'm still learning this, but I'm getting much better at it. Oh, I forgot, I got to put my finger protectors on. I put these on because the band pops back and smacks you in the finger sometime. It's a little trick Josh Hicks from Hicks and OK showed me, and I ordered them. $10 on Amazon, I think. All right, so here we go. You'll notice this is a little bit, I'm going to zoom in so you can see better. This style of shooting is a little bit more advanced, but it's still a lot of fun. All right, you should be able to see the can tied up there now. Here we go. Oh, I just nicked it. You should be able to hear this because I have a mic here, but I also have a mic stuck on a piece of wood up there. And so when I hit things up there, you should be able to hear it good. The smack that a can gives when you hit it is phenomenal. Did you guys hear that? That's cool. That is so much fun. Wisco West, how you doing, buddy? I'm from Wisco too. I'm from around the Madison area. That one had too much tweak on it. It pulled off to the right. I think I've seen your name before on one of these, Wisco West. Have you popped in on one of these lives with me before? Ooh, that was a good hit. I think that was a sneaky 7mm that snuck into my ammo bag. Oh, we ripped a big old hole in the side of it that time. You could see it get tore open. Cindy said hi, hello. He's incorporating. Great to see you again. I thought your name was familiar, Wisco. Greetings from the Netherlands. Do you have... My ancestry is from Germany. Double tap your screen. Yeah, thanks, Sam. Appreciate it. Wild West Slingshot. I don't know about that, but... Farmers Branch, Texas. I don't know if I know where Farmers Branch, Texas is. Tell me where it's at. I grew up in the Houston area, in a suburb of Houston. I lived there for 17 years. But I don't know if I've heard of Farmers Branch. But I know there's so many towns in Texas that I've never heard of. Texas has some really funny named towns, too. Of course, Wisconsin has plenty of their own. Like Economawalk, Waukesha, Menominee. Oh, that put a big old gaping hole right through the middle of it. Thank you, Sam. Thank you for encouraging folks. Appreciated. For those of you that are subscribers to my channel, we hit 1,000 subscribers a couple weeks ago. We are having a giveaway, a $50 gift card. To win, you have to go and you have to be subscribed. If you're not subscribed and your name pops up, you will not win a thing. But in the description is an email address, didiwin2026@gmail.com. Send an email to that. I need your real name and your screen name as you would appear on my subscriber list. On Sunday, May 10th, that is what, 2 weeks from today, I will do the drawing. Whoever pops up will get a $50 gift card. If you're one of my Sling people, you will have a choice between a Simpleshot gift card or an Amazon gift card, because I know a lot of the subscribers are international folks. Simpleshot would not be good for them. If you're an RC person, I fly RC planes, and 500 of my subscribers are RC people. I will give you an option between Horizon Hobby or Flight Test, or you could have the Amazon card too. But that's the prize. Oh, I killed it. It's a $50 gift card, so make sure you enter, but you have to be subscribed. Hello from Worcester. Slingshot Slinger. I don't know about that. I'm a slinger. Where'd you get the slingshot? This one, believe it or not, at the tournament I was in March, somebody stuck it on a table of free stuff. And I had a pickle fork, which is this kind of special fork with like no gap in it. And it just didn't fit my hand well. And I'd been trying to learn on that. And I picked this one up and it just felt good in my hand. So I brought it home and threw some bands on it. And I've been learning on it ever since. And tomorrow I have a custom build pickle fork slingshot arriving from Hickson, Oklahoma, Josh Hicks. It's going to be beautiful. St. Denis Reunion Island. Very cool. What are you shooting? Rocks? No. Shooting 8mm bearings. The standard sizes that people shoot in tournaments are 7, 8, and 9.5. Obviously, the bigger bearing takes a bigger band, more draw weight to carry the speed you need. I've settled on 8mm because it's a good size. I can feel it when I'm holding the ammo, and I don't need a big heavy band to shoot it. I don't hunt. I only target shoot. So this is a great compromise for me. And you have another. Oh, yeah, Sam's building me a special PFS too. You don't even know who made the frame. No, I don't. Somebody said something about Crazy Eddie or I think it was an Eddie something. And I've tried to look up who that is. Turtle, I don't know. I don't know who put that. Was it you, Turtle? You were there. I would like to know who made it, because whoever did and put it on that free table, man, this thing's been a great little frame. I'll probably keep shooting it or use it to teach other people that might want to slap their hand and whack their finger with ammo before they learn the technique. Could 3D print a setup? Yes, there were people at the tournament that all of their slingshots that they were selling custom designed frames, they were all 3D printed. So yes, it's possible. You'd probably want a very strong ammo, and you'd probably want very strong plastic. You'd probably want 100% infill. But yes, it's possible. Look up on Thingiverse and some of those places. I bet there will be some designs you could download. So yes, people are 3D printing them. Fast Eddie, that's who it was. Do you know? I don't know who Fast Eddie is. I would love it if somebody could send me a link to him and see if he's on Facebook or whatever. I don't know who it is. And I may have bumped into him and didn't know it, but I don't know who it was. I think somebody had it and they said it was from him. Ended up on the free table. So when I picked it up, I said, this feels great. Sorry, I had to remove somebody. So somebody, you guys like Turtle that know who Fast Eddie is, if you know how to find him on social media, I would love it. I would like to say, I found this. Somebody put it on a table for free. They said it looks like something you made, and has been a great training slingshot for me before my new custom one arrives. So I would appreciate that. I think that would be totally cool. Marion said hi. David McChesney said hi. Hello, folks. How you doing? We're just out in the backyard on a beautiful Sunday afternoon, shooting some slingshot. Fortunately, the wind started picking up for some silly reason. I hope that doesn't mess me up. The wind will vibrate your bands, and that robs power, and that's when bad things happen. Oh, we killed it. It's starting to cut in half. Been watching you for a while, and you're honest, I found it to be very... Well, if it's boring, why do you keep watching? Didn't it bounce back into your forehead? No. Come on, people. Did you see me get hit by a piece of ammo? Somebody said I was amazing. Have them tell my wife. My wife thinks I'm amazing. She likes me. She better. I've been married 46 years. Almost. That one went right through a hole in the can. It was dead on. It was dead on. Grandpa Sniper. I've had people call me that. I am plenty old enough to be a grandpa, but in fact, I am not a grandpa. I don't have any kids, but I got a bunch of kids that I've mentored over the years that I feel like I'm a grandpa to some of them. And if a kid wants to call me grandpa, have at it, because that would be the highest honor for me personally. Oh, we got some real trolls on today. Interested enough to comment. Parker, thanks, man. You got any questions? I'd love to help. I love to teach people how to do this and show how things work. It's a bit complicated. It's not super complicated. I could have you shooting in an hour, but there's some physics involved in this. If you're curious. Oh, that was the end of that can. Did you see the bottom go what? Gone. So let me go grab that can. And Parker, you said you were interested enough to comment. If you're interested in shooting and how to learn to shoot a slingshot, if you go down into the description of this video, I have a section in the description called Slingshot Basics. It's a series of videos on my channel where I go through the basics of slingshot shooting. I show you stuff like different kinds of frames, different kinds of shooting styles, grips, all kind of stuff. And it's a great place to start. If you go through that and you have a slingshot and you can practice, you'll be hitting cans before long. Before you know it, you'll be hitting cans. So this is what's left of that little bubbler can. That was fun. I'll have to toss that later. So that's a great way to get started. Hi from Nigeria. Adebayo. Hey, Nigeria. Awesome. My aunt was a evangelist and missionary in Nigeria. She just passed away at 87 or 88 years ago while she was there, just a month or two ago. And she was very well known around them parts and all over parts of Africa. I've actually been to Africa. I have not been to Nigeria. When I was a kid, we visited them when they worked and lived in Ghana. So I have been to West Africa, to Ghana and what is now Burkina Faso. It was Upper Volta then. That was a long time ago. That was in the 70s. Probably way before most of the people that are on here were born. $199 people on, 136 likes. We're doing all right. I saw that number go over 1,000 a minute ago. That's crazy. All right, let's see if we can hit something else. I'm going to aim. I think you can see it. Right there, there's a little bell hanging on a plant hook. Oh, almost got it. Boom! Nailed it. Mr. Sam even would have liked that shot. There's a young man in here named Sam. He's a pretty good shot. And he likes to shoot small things with this kind of a slingshot. Oh, there's a bumblebee. If that bumblebee went by my target, I would shoot at it. Plane flying over. I'm easily distracted by airplanes. Again, if you haven't figured it out, I'm using an advanced style of slingshot that I'm still perfecting the technique, so my aim is not as good as some of my other slingshots. This is probably one of the more harder styles of shooting there is. Boom, I nailed what I was aiming at that time. We have been on for 47 minutes. Woo-ha! See if I can hit that bell on the top of my target there, the red one. Ooh, almost. I'm shooting at 10 meters, which is competition range all around the world. Doink. Nailed it. All right, now there's a frog hanging up right in there. Let's see if we can hit him. Just a little rubber frog I got from the dollar store. I got 5 of them for like $1.75, because you know the dollar store ain't a dollar anymore. It's like $1.50, $1.75. Anyway, here we go. Let's hit the frog. Let's blow his butt up. Oh, just barely missed. You guys are lucky. The last 2 days I was on live, they had road construction going. They're repairing our main street 1 block away, and stupid backup beepers were annoying. They weren't too bad yesterday, but Friday night they were terrible. But it was a nice night, and I wanted to shoot. Oh, got him. Actually, I think I got the string on that one. I don't think I got the frog. I think I got the string that he's hanging on. Let's get him good. If I hit him hard, he'll flip around a few times. Oh, I hammered his butt. Anybody else got questions? I'd love to answer them as long as they're slingshot related. If you're going to troll me with some stupid crap, I will remove you. Haven't seen any comments come through. Somebody's been leaving comments. I'm sorry if I'm not seeing them. The last one I got was from Adebayo in Nigeria. So if you've seen that scroll by and there's more underneath, that's why I'm not seeing more comments. Sam, just throw a comment up there. Say test or something like that. That way I can know if they're working. Boom. Hope the YouTube comments didn't get locked up. It happens every now and then. I have some friends it happens to. That was a frame hit. I was not paying attention because I was looking at my phone and my fundamentals messed up. If that would have been my fancy new frame, I probably would have damaged it. Let's focus and not screw up again. Let me try something here. Somebody leave some comments. I see people coming on and liking, but I haven't got any comments for a while or chats. So I hope they didn't freeze up on me because I don't know how to fix that without stopping and starting over, which I really don't want to do. Boom! Hey, Sam, if you're still on, shoot me a Facebook message and tell me if the comments are working on your end because I'm not seeing anything. And I might get a notification on my phone from you. Just a thumbs up or a thumbs down is all I need. Let's see. Can I figure something out here? Okay, they're coming through for you. The last thing I saw was from Adebayo. So unfortunately, I am not seeing any chat comments. I'm going to scroll around a little bit. Oh, wait a second. I see something on my screen. Let me check it. What's that? Oh, that ain't it. All messages. Oh, there we go. Somehow top messages was turned on. All messages were off. Okay, now I have to go back and catch up. I apologize, folks. All right. It's going to take a minute. I'm going to get my glasses out so I can do better. Okay. Have I been to Greece? No. I've been to Italy because one of the stops on my trip to Africa was in Rome. So we spent a night in Rome. Oh, here comes the Graham's back. Are there any Macomizers around? Everybody asked that, and it's not on Google. I have no idea what one is, so just keep it up. Calling all Macomizers. My dad would shoot bees and weeds. I shoot weeds sometime. If I'm out in the woods, I'll just find something sticking up and I'll shoot at it. Okay, this is a fun troll, Graham. I love you, man. I don't know who the heck you are, and I have no idea what a Macomyzer is. I've looked it up on Google, and he trolls me all the time and says you're jealous because I'm a very experienced Macomyzer and you can't Macomize. But I have no idea. I may be acting like a total fool here because it's not. You can't look it up on Google. I tried, and Graham is not nice enough to tell us what it means. Those flat rubber bands work okay. Yes, those big tubes like you used to shoot with wrist rockets and stuff, those have a really heavy pull and they don't generate much speed. These little bands can generate close to 300 feet per second. So you can get some smoke on there. First time of senior, you're doing well. Yeah, I'm a little bit of a senior, but I don't care. Do you prefer over the forks or through the forks? That, my friend, Sir HW, is a really good question. I have tried through the forks one time. So obviously you can tell I'm an over the fork guy. And this is strictly my opinion. I've got friends that are really good shots that swear by through the forks. But this is what my experience was. So take it for what it's worth. That and $1.50 might buy you a cup of coffee. When I shoot over the top, I can aim by aiming right down my band at the very tip of my slingshot. I can see my target. It's easy. When you're shooting through the forks, my experience was you're having to aim at the middle of the top of your top frame, and you're literally covering covering up a large portion of your target. And I like to see what I'm shooting at. That's my experience. I'm not saying through the forks is bad, because a lot of people shoot it and they're dead on with it. So that's my experience. That's the way I shoot, and that's my feelings on it. But it's by far not the written word. So don't take what I say as the written word. Where do you get the bands? These are Tritium Sling Co. bands. If you go on Facebook and type in Tritium, Tritium, Sling Co., Slingco, there's a Facebook page there, and if you send the person a message, he will sell you some. He has pink and he has purple. They're 0.45 millimeters. They say the pink is better for long draw, the purple is better for short draw. They are very, very close to each other. In fact, I did a video, if you look at my channel recently, there's a video where I compared them. And they're very, very close to being the same, but there is a very subtle difference that I uncovered between the purple and the pink. So that's where I'm getting most of my bands from. I have a few from a Precise. I have a little bit left over. Simpleshot is a great place to buy slingshots, bands, all that stuff. They have everything you could ever want. If you want to buy something from there, use my link down in the description. It helps me out. They have everything from 0.45 to 1 millimeter. So there's just lots of places to buy band. I know Omega Sling sells them. Double D sells them. My friend Sam that's on here, he has some bands that he's had created for him. There's lots of folks that are creating and having their own formulas made of the bands. I happen to like these. They've worked really well, and that's what I'm sticking with for the time being. But I'm open to trying some more at some point in time. Hope that helps. Do you hunt with it or just shoot for fun? I just shoot for fun. One, I don't like wild game. And two, it's illegal to hunt in the state I live in. I live in Wisconsin. I believe there's 17 states around America that do not allow slingshot hunting. I know lots of people that take squirrels and rabbits with them all the time. I don't. I will run an occasional raccoon out of my yard with some clay pellets, and I've taken down a few chipmunks, which are considered pests. And you can control pests however you want. At least that's the argument I'm sticking with. But I do not hunt. I'm more of a just give me a pig, a cow, or a chicken, and I'm happy. I don't need all the wild games, but I got friends that live on that stuff. Just not a fan of it. So I'm not going to hunt it if I'm not going to use it. Dang, it just went on 1,000 views. What happened? I don't know, the algorithms, and I think the way it feeds people is just kind of weird. But hello, Philip, your right hand, no center. I don't know what that means. I can tell you, and sometimes the questions I get is people ask, am I shooting left-handed or right-handed? I'm a right-handed shooter. This is my right hand. I'm holding in my left hand. But to you, because I'm on selfie view camera, it reverses things. So this is my right hand, but it looks left to you. What time is it in the UK? It's 9 p.m. We are 3 p.m., so you're 6 hours ahead of me. It just turned 3 p.m. here. I keep breaking the rubber straps. Yep, that's part of the game. That's why I buy the latex in bulk. And I make my own. I buy it in like 6-foot rolls, and I can make probably 20 or 30 bands out of it. If you have them at the maximum strength, means the shortest length you can have them and give you maximum speed, you're going to go through them a lot faster. For target shooting, I usually add an inch to what they should be because it makes them last longer. I generally get between 200 and 400 shots out of mine, which is okay. It only costs a few cents to make a new one, and I kind of make them in the weeknights when I got nothing going on. It's kind of therapy. Hello, couple of hellos. Sorry, I'm way behind on my comments because my comments froze. Somebody asked if I liked over the fork or through the fork. I'm an over the top guy. What would you recommend for a beginner? Okay, if you go to Simpleshot, there's a link in my description below. It's a great place to start. They have everything from beginner to advanced pro. This is an advanced customizable slingshot. It's made out of aluminum. It's a little pricey, 120 bucks. I would not recommend that for a first slingshot. This was my first slingshot that I actually shot really good with. It's the Scout LT2 on Simpleshot. I'm pretty sure it's under $50 or right at the $50 price point. There are some called the, was it the Sparrow from Zach Fowler? It just looks like a wood frame, but it's plastic. And I think they're like 20 bucks. You put good bands on there and get your technique, that thing will shoot as good as a $120 slingshot. You do not need to spend a ton of money on a frame to be accurate. Your accuracy comes from repetition and technique. Good bands help, but the technique and the repetition, muscle memory, that's where your accuracy comes from. So you can just go cut a fork off of a tree, throw some bands on it, it'll shoot just fine. That's what this is. It's a fork off of a tree. So yeah, go to Simpleshot if you want to get a good one. I have a lot of Simpleshot stuff. They're my go-to place. I'm an affiliate with them. So if you buy something through my link, I get a very small commission, and any money I make on those commissions is going to be to buy more stuff from Simpleshot. So I'm a big believer in them, and I really like their product. Plus, I've met the people that own it and represent it, and they are some very, very quality people. Nathan Masters is the owner, and not only is he a great shot, he's a great person too. So they're good folks, and they're right here in the U.S. What are you using for projectiles? I like that word. I'm using 8mm steel bearings. I get about 2,000 of them for like 25 bucks. And I shoot them into a catch box. I go down there with a magnet when I'm done on the line here, and I pick them all up and reuse them. A few of them get scattered around or bounce, and I may lose them in the grass, but it's not too bad. It's pretty recyclable. Can you pierce a 1-inch metal? No, not with this. I would not even hardly put a ding in a 1-inch piece of metal. Yeah, comments are working now. I figured out what I was doing wrong. Thanks for everybody for sticking with me. I got way behind. Hello from Russia. Ooh, cool. You're my first Russian person. Can I come back in? Graham, I didn't ban you. Graham, we need to meet sometime, but I know you're in the UK. You're welcome here anytime, just to talk about Mockelmisers, because nobody else knows what a Mockelmiser is, Graham. But I love you anyway, man. You're not as old as me, so hold on, it gets worse. Oh, tell me about it, my friend. My dad, before he passed away, used to always tell me, son, growing old's not for the faint of heart. And his other line was, son, growing old's not for wusses. And he was right. Bye. I see you today. Thanks, Adebayo. Appreciate it. Thanks for popping in from Nigeria. Pop in anytime. We'd love to see you on here. Oh, from Hungary. Awesome. Hey, we're in the U.S. here, central U.S., just north of Chicago. With your channel, Phillips Hobbies, I wondered if your RC plane content would appear here too. Yes, it will. In fact, yesterday, I was kind of planning to go flying and film some content, but I had a meeting, I had a men's breakfast at my church that went longer than I planned. And by the time it was done and I was ready to leave, the winds had picked up and I didn't want to drive 45 minutes to get one flight in. So starting May, I'm going to make much more concerted effort to get out and do some RC flying, because the way I figured, I fly on Saturdays. The rest of the week I can shoot slings, so I can do them both. Slings has kind of taken my interest because my channel's blowing up with it, but I still do like a good RC plane flight. I've got a twin Spitfire made out of foam board that I built over the winter that I have to maiden. There will be a video on that. I've got a new A10, new to me, that somebody gave me such a great deal on it I couldn't say no. So I've got 2 A10s now. So I want to film that one, and I've got some planes I built last summer that I'd like to make videos from flight test. That I'd like to make videos for, and a couple of other things. In fact, if you scroll down on my channel below the Slingshot, the last RC plane video I did last summer, it says, "Am I on drugs?" where I put landing gear on the wing so I could land upside down. It's a hilarious video. It's awesome. But yes, there will be RC plane content coming. Have you seen any of the, yes, George or Jorg or whatever, Sprava? Yes, somebody told me about him and I looked him up. He does some good stuff, and I saw he designed a slingshot that has like a hilt over the front of it to keep band slap from hitting you. It's like, dude, if I could build slingshots, I would steal that design. Show a trick shot. I don't have anything set up for a trick shot. So I don't know what you would consider a trick shot other than maybe something from long distance, but I can't tell you what I'll do because people have asked about this. Let me pick it up. As soon as I get through the comments, I'm going to do it. I got it in my hand, so we'll get to that in a minute. So 3 made. Hang loose for a minute. Let me get through my comments. Oh, I'm at the bottom. Cheers from Aberdeenshire, Scotland. Howdy. Very cool. Thanks for joining. Okay, this is a slingshot made for speed shooting. You can see the pouch is very tiny compared to other ones. And it's got tubes on it, so the pouch always comes back perfect. And it doesn't get twisted. And the tubes actually go down inside the slingshot. That's what the screws are for. And they're held in by some, I got some BBs or some beads inside the tubes. That's what holds them in place. The idea is you get a handful of ammo and you just feed it down and just fire it in rapid fire. I'm not very good at it. I'm going to be flinging steel all over the place and I'll get a few good ones. I'm not good at it. At our tournament in March, we had speed shooting. We had to hit an 8-inch gong at 10 meters. We had 1 minute to hit it as many times as we could, and I was thrilled because I got 12, and I didn't have this, and I just used my regular slingshot. The dude that won had something similar to this. Same idea, but different. He's known for his speed shooting. He hit the target 23 times in 1 minute. 1 minute, 23 times on target, and he missed a few. So let's see if I can do it. So please don't laugh. Well, you can laugh if you want. I don't care. I'm not really trying to hit anything specific. He made a series of videos. When you're just starting out, just practice hitting an area. So get out of the way, squirrel. You might get hit. There's a squirrel. See him? Right there. Come on, go. Get away. He'll get out of the way once I start firing. No, I can't shoot the squirrel. Well, actually, my wife feeds the squirrels. They're like her pets. So if I were to hit a squirrel, I would be killed. Anyway, here we go. Let's see. I got maybe 12 or 15 in my hand. Let's see how I do. Again, I'm going to shoot for the middle target in the top, but if I don't hit it, I don't care. My goal is to get them in that box. And as I learn the technique, then I'll work on my aim. So here we go. Oh, that one hit the slingshot. That one hit my hand. As you can see, I'm not very good at this. There we go, got it. Whoops, slipped right out. Missed. Come on, Philip. This is not a very good example of speed shooting. I'm making a bigger mess than I'm hitting the target. Oh, got it again. When I get a good shot off, I get it. Got it again. Got it again. Last one. Hit slingshot. I had no idea where that went. So that's speed shooting. Obviously, got a lot of work to do. I had one hit my hand. Didn't hurt. Had a couple hit slingshot. A couple of bounced around here. A couple went I don't know where. But you asked for a trick shot. That's the best I got for you people. I'm sorry. Oh, laugh out loud fair. Yes, that was very comedic. Let's try a few more. Just a few because I go through the ammo so quick. The problem I have, and I'll tell you about the technique. The gentleman that shoots them really well, what he does is when he feeds them in, he grabs them this way. He grabs the ammo like this. Okay? I can't do that. I have nerve damage in this finger. You can't really see it. Let me pull this off. My fingers are different lengths because I almost cut it off one time in an accident. And so I can't hold it this way because I don't have much feeling. So I have to find a way to get it in that pouch and and grab it this way. No, I have to grab it this way, where I'm holding it this way. I'm holding the ammo. It's quicker to load that way than to grab it like this, like I normally shoot. I need to find a way to grab it this way. And I have not figured that technique out yet. It's something I need to do. Plus, with these frame hits, these bands are about to break. But let's shoot a few more, just for giggles. Oop, drop that ammo. Didn't have a good grip on it. Oh, got the bell. Now we got a rhythm going. Not hitting anything, but we got her going. Up, hit the target. Yeah. Obviously, I'm no good at this. Okay, you wanted something different, you got it. That's the end of this demo, folks. I'm done with that. Oh, let's get this baby back out. Slingshots are always fun. Yes, sir. Hello from Canada, new subscriber. Hey, thanks, Canadian Dark Haunted History. Oh, is that a TV station? TV channel? If so, very cool. I do video for a living. All right, I'm going to show you something a little. Okay, let's go there. Everybody asked, this is the first time I've had a live in a long time. Somebody didn't ask about wrist rockets. You know, things that go over your wrist and have the big old fat tubes on them. Well, I got a wrist rocket. Let's shoot it. But I fixed my wrist rocket. I made it actually shoot good. If you've ever had one of these, you can't hit diddly squat. Is that a word, diddly squat? It is, because Jeremy Clarkson from Top Gear on his series on Amazon, that's the name of his farm, diddly squat. So it's a word. Anyway, normally these have big fat tubes on them. And those tubes have a very heavy draw, which makes holding this hand steady very difficult. And because you can't pull it back more than this far, you get like no speed out of it. So what I did is I cut the bands off and I wrapped it and put flat bands on like a regular slingshot. Now it has no pull. It fires like a regular slingshot and shoots really, really good. So let's shoot it a couple of times just to prove it. My aim may be a little off because the frame is a different size, and as you get different size frames, you have to move some aiming points around. So it might take me a couple of shots to really get it dialed in. Yeah, it wasn't bad. It was just off to the right a little bit. But this shoots just like any other slingshot now. It's got a wrist rest on it, which, because we have these light bands on it, we don't need that wrist rest. See, that's the beauty of modern day slingshots with these flat bands. The pull weight on the ones with the pink bands like this is like 5 pounds, 6 pounds. Those big tubes, it's like 25 to 30 pounds to pull it back. This shoots just like my regular slingshots. It's just the aiming is a little bit different. Oop. Got a 50 millimeter. See if we can hit that bell. Boing! Dead on. Diddly Squad Farm. Yes, Thrill Billy. I'm not one that usually likes shows with a lot of swearing and adult humor, but that show, Clarkson's Farm, is pretty funny for what it is. If you can ignore the constant swearing. The only time I ever watch it's when I go on a plane trip to visit family or something in Miami. I'll download it on my Kindle and watch it on the plane, but we don't watch it at home. How you doing, Thrill Billy? Haven't seen you in a while. I'm glad to have a moderator. We had some crazy gear, crazy nuts on here. I had to kick a couple people out on my own. Thrill Billy's a moderator, so you misbehave and he'll can your rear end. He knows what I don't want on here. Nothing wrong with cussing. I just don't like it. I don't think you need it. I'm very much a Christian person, so I try not to try to set myself apart a little bit by not swearing. That doesn't I don't know. There's arguments, but we're not going there. That's not what we're here for. Anyway, no vulgar language, kid-friendly channel. That is us. We are kid-friendly, and I'm shooting a wrist rocket just to prove they can still shoot good if you put the right kind of bands on them. Oh, there goes my magnet. The wind knocked it over. Good to see you, Thrillbilly. It's been a while. Missed you the last couple of days. We were smoking in here earlier before you got here. Our day's going pretty good. Before you got here, man, we had like 500 people going in here. It was crazy. We had some seriously bad trolls, too. We'll take a couple more shots on this. What am I sniping, bro? I'm using 8mm steel. Standard tournament sizes are 7, 8, and 9.5. I've settled on 8. It's kind of a nice middle spot. I don't need big bands to shoot it. Easy draw weight, easy shooting, and I only shoot targets. I don't hunt, so I don't need big heavy steel to kill something. This will scare away a raccoon that comes in the yard, or might take down a chipmunk if they choose to show their head in my yard. Man, I'm hitting pretty good with this old thing. All right, I see some people that are going to have to get the axe here. Bye-bye. Never really tried slinging. You should try it. It's fun. I've been doing it about 1.5 years. If you want to check it out and what it's like, in the description, I have a link to my Slingshot Basics series. It's a playlist on my channel where I go over all the different kinds of things, like the different frames, this or this, and the different grips, how to hold it, the kinds of elastic, how to aim, how to anchor, how the pouches work. There's a little bit of physics in it. It's not overly complicated, but it's about an hour's worth of video content, and after that, you'll have a general idea how to shoot that if somebody handed you a slingshot. You probably do okay with it, with a little practice. Sweet, I'll check it out. Thanks. Hey, my pleasure. I love teaching and I love helping people. Lazy Sunday for you. Yeah, I was going to have a lazy Sunday, and then I came home from church and there was like no wind. It's 65. I got shade to stand in. If I did anything today, I was going to record another video for the channel. I recorded a slow-mo yesterday. I was going to record a couple more videos, and I was like, man, it's just too nice not to hop on a live and just have a good old time. Plus, my other incentive is I'm past my 1,000 subscribers. The last thing I need to become a legit YouTuber that makes a nickel here and there off of monetization is I need 4,000 watch hours in a 365-day period. And I'm 200 away. And this video is probably going to put me over that 4,000 because of how many viewers are on. Then I make $1 or $2 for every bazillion times people watch my content. Got to have a lot more subscribers and views than me to make serious money at this, but maybe it'll buy me a slingshot now and then. And if I make it decent money, I'm going to buy new cameras. I need to upgrade my editing software. I'm a video editor, but my home setup is aging. So nice GoPro would be handy. I could need to upgrade my software. Could use a new computer. If anybody wants to, throw a big serious chunk of money at me, I'll take it. But best way to do it is to earn it. So any money that I make at this hobby is going to go right back into making my channel a wee bit better. I was here when you were having issues with comments. Yeah, I found out what's wrong. I went into my settings and somehow my comments had turned into most relevant. I switched it to all comments and they all showed back up, and now I'm behind again. Happy Sunday. Yes, happy Sunday. Why are people calling you a creep? Yeah, they're just trolls. I got a moderator on here. Hopefully they can knock them out. It's night here in Morocco. Very cool. I haven't had anybody from Morocco on my channel. I've had all kind of other places. Morocco is pretty cool. Thanks for joining. Appreciate it. My video is never in sync with the live chat. Makes it difficult to moderate. Yeah, don't worry about the speed of it. Just if you see stuff, if I see it, I'll try and get rid of it. Don't worry about it. You're doing fine. There's a little bit of lag. 3 away from 200 likes. Dude, we're over now. We got 204. People like me. Fast Eddie. No, I don't. I was just talking about Fast Eddie. Zen Grows. If you know Fast Eddie, please shoot me a message on Facebook or go to one of my YouTube videos and leave a comment, because I have this pickle fork frame that I got at the Midwest Spring Sling. Somebody had it for sale for a couple of bucks and nobody bought, so they stuck it on the free table, and I grabbed it and it fits me, and I've learned to shoot pickle fork with this, and I love this frame. I got a nice custom one coming this week, but this one has taught me a lot on this complicated style of shooting. So everybody said it looks like a Fast Eddie frame, something he did. So if I could find a way to contact Fast Eddie, I think it would be awesome. I would love it. I'd like to get him in here on a chat and let him see me shooting this thing. That would be great. So if you know how to get a hold of him, please shoot me a message somehow and let me know how to find him. Thought you may have had some sort of... No, it's trolls. And I haven't had any big controversies on here. It's not a big deal. It's just, I know it's part of the territory is trolls. They live here. They are keyboard warriors that have no life. So they just show up. I do know Fast Eddie. He's actually a good friend of mine. Cool. Zen Grows, if you could, please let me know how to find him. Please, that would be awesome. Let him know there's a guy shooting one of his slingshots that absolutely loves it. At least people say it's his. Just go to one of my YouTube videos if we're not friends on Facebook, and just have him shoot me information on how to contact him. Or if you're on Facebook, I'm Philip Hinkle. You'll see me. It's got a picture of a slingshot on my profile. I'd love to contact him if that is indeed one of his frames. So, all right, let's go back to the Fast Eddie frame. How about that? We cut a can with this thing earlier. Gonna have to put my finger protection back on. This one gets band slapped sometime. This is a more complicated style of shooting for those that are new to slingshots. As you can see, that one I was just shooting, or this one, you've got this wide gap to shoot through. This one has no gap, very small gap to shoot through. So there's an advanced technique that is not something you learn to shoot right out of the gate. And it's taken me a while, but I think I finally pretty much mastered the technique. I'm just working on accuracy. I'm not super good with it. But I'm learning still, but it's fun using it. You can confirm it's made. Yes, thank you, Zen. That's awesome. Please give me his contact info. Or tell him how to find me. I'd like to, if he's on social media, on Facebook or YouTube, I would like to connect. That was another frame hit. I screwed up. Wasn't paying attention. That one bounced like crazy. Philip, you got to quit making mistakes, man. See, I made a mistake in my technique. When you do that, the ammo comes through here, and I don't know if you can see it. There's a little hole in my band wrap right there. And a lot of times that will put a hole in the band. So far, the bands are okay. Dirty shots on a 40mm spinner. Sam, with this slingshot, I would not get very many hits. I don't think I want to do 30, but we'll take a couple shots at it. Thanks for the challenge, though. If I didn't have bad bands on my short draw, which I'm much more accurate at, I would take you up on that. But this is a little more difficult. 40mm is the small one on the top row. So let's let's do it this way. Instead of taking 30 shots at the 40 millimeter, because this is, I'm still learning. My friend Sam that challenged me, he's really good at this already. He's figured it out. Let's see how many shots it takes to hit the 40 millimeter. I'm a peanut butter M&M through a wrist rocket rookie. At least there's some size to that peanut butter M&M. You can outspin the ball and get better accuracy if you twist. What I do is I have a small twist in it. And my bands line up. I have a twist in one of the bands, and the way I hold it, they line up. And when I pull back, instead, we always tell you don't tweak the pouch. When I pull back, I put part of the process is I just put a small tweak in it like that. And that tension on the upper band flings it over the top. That's my technique. That's what works for me. Okay, there's one. We're trying to hit the 40 millimeter for Sam. How many do you think it's going to take, Sam? How many shots is it going to take me to hit that little one on the top? 2. Still learning this aim thing on this. 3. I'm high on all my shots, so I know what I need to do. 4. There's a squirrel on top of my roof. Get out, little squirrel. 5. It took 5 shots, Sam. Oh, I'm not saying, Will, I'm asking if you can. I don't know. I think, okay, if I'm, please don't take this wrong. I think I know what you're asking. You're asking if I put some more twist on it this way, would it spin the ball coming out to kind of give it that gyro thing? I don't think so. What it's going to do is it's still going to come through and it's just going to go on out. I don't think that's something that happens with slingshots. I think that's what you were asking. If not, I'm sorry. But I am throwing, I'm not throwing, I'm shooting. Steel bearings. These are 8 millimeter. Stones you can do, but if you're going to do it, I would recommend trying to find very even, smooth ones. Because if you make a mistake with them, they will chop your band right in half. So it's not advised, but you can do it. But I use round steel bearings. So many more shots it takes me to hit that 40 millimeter now. It took me 5 before, Sam. That's 1. 2, that was close. 3. 4. Can we hit 5 again? That would be awesome. I think it's going to take me at least 10. 5. Have my altitude right. 6. I'm all around it, but not on it. 7. That was very close. Very close. 8. That almost nicked the bottom. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. 9. That was way off. Okay, can we do it in 10? Thanks a lot, Sam. You're making me look bad. There we go. Got it in 10. I said it would take 10. What range am I shooting from? This is 10 meters. That is the competition range. If you go to competitions, the standard range for the knockdowns and other events for most things is 10 meters. So that is what I'm shooting at. Yeah, rocks are hard on pouches. How many times did parents take your slingshot away as a kid? Honestly, I don't think I ever had one as a kid. That's a fun question, but I know you were joking. But if I had one, it was in passing. I didn't have one serious, like as a toy that I played with all the time. Where do you get good bands? I make my own. If you don't want to make them and invest in the equipment to make them, it's not super expensive. It's about $100 or under. If you want to get your own pre-made, you can buy them off Amazon, but it's a crapshoot what kind of quality the rubber is going to be. I would recommend, first place that I would stop at is Simpleshot. And there's a link in my description down there to Simpleshot. And you can buy bands that have the pouches already pre-tied. You can buy them in different thicknesses based on your ammo with different kinds of tapers. They make them thicker at this end than this end. It helps the retraction work smoother and faster. So there's all kind of different science in there, but they make a pretty good variety of band sizes and tapers. So you could get some right from them. They're not super expensive. They're like, I don't know, $8-10 for 5 or 6 of them. You can use a variety of anchor points similar to archery. I'm new to slingshots. I have 20 years. Yes, you will be comfortable with anchor points. And if you've been around archery, you know your dominant eye, and those are the two important things. My anchor point for a 90mm frame, which is what I normally shoot short draw with, is the bottom of my cheek. So I put my knuckle right on the bottom of my cheekbone, and that's the way I know I'm in the right spot. This is a long draw. It's a little different. There is no solid anchor point where you've got a point of contact. What I do is when I pull back, this frame is smaller, so it's going to shoot higher, which means I'm moving my anchor point up to slide the shot down. The anchor point on this is up on the top of my cheekbone. So when I pull it back, I think you can see it. When I pull it back, I'll tap my cheekbone just ever so slightly to line it up, and then I fire. Cedarbrook Meadows, thank you. You are welcome. What taper do I use? I have, for sure, I'm using 2212 on my short draw. I think on my long draw bands, I forget, they're either 2212 or 2012. They're just longer. I think I've settled right in that range for 8mm steel, and these are 0.45s. So not super thick, but the draw weight is so light, I can shoot them all day. I'm going to try and hit that frog that's hanging up. He's hanging up over here somewhere. There's a green frog. Let me zoom in a little bit. Maybe you can see. I think he's hanging there. This might take a bit because, again, this is not my most accurate shooting. A little low. But I'm having fun, and that's what this is about. There's a lot of people on this live. Some of them are slingers, some of them aren't. This is just about enjoyment, being outside, enjoying the weather, and having fun, and forgetting about some of the cares of the world. I'm not the most accurate at this style of shooting because I've just recently learned to do it without hurting myself. Now it's time to dial in accuracy. Best way to do it is repetition, and that's what I'm doing now. Ooh, I would shoot my short draw, but the bands are bad. Actually, I should pull my other short draw out. I've got one that I can still shoot. I almost got the frog on that last one. Almost got his nose on that one. I don't know if you can see me touching it. Oh, there's a 9.5mm that snuck into my bag. You guys missed it earlier, man. We cut a can in no time. I'm low on every one. So that means my anchor is too high. Boom! Did you see that spin? I nailed his butt. We smacked him. Fast Eddie. Thanks for popping in, dude. Everybody said you're the guy that made this frame. Okay, I'm having a nerd out moment, so all the other people just forget about everything else we've been talking about. Fast Eddie's here. He evidently makes frames. And this one, I don't know if you heard the story on this one, Eddie. I was at the Midwest Spring Sling. I don't know if you were there. If you did, I don't know if we met. But somebody had this on a table, and they were trying to sell it for like pennies on the dollar, and it didn't sell. So they stuck it on the free table. And I was learning to shoot pickle fork. I had the Simpleshot pickle flip or whatever it's called, and it just didn't fit my hand right, and I was struggling. And I said, oh, look at that. And I picked it up, and it just fit in my hand. It felt good. I'm not a huge natty guy, but this one felt right in my hand. So I brought it home and banded it up. And after a lot of practice and help from some of the folks I met there, I've got the technique down. I still make some mistakes. I've gotten 2 frame hits today and busted my band material, but it's still holding up. But I have a custom frame coming, but this is my trainer frame. And I probably have on this frame now at least 1,000, 1,200 shots. And it has taught me to shoot pickle fork. So I'm glad you popped in. I'm so thankful. I actually found the dude that made this frame. I still suck at my aim, but I got my technique down. So I have a lot of thanks to you for this frame. It's inspired me to keep on going and not give up. And it's probably the nicest, well, somebody else gave me a natty frame when I was there, and I really liked it, but I was teaching a kid to shoot, and he shot so much better with it, I gave it to him. But this one is, I just like it. It feels right in my hand. I wish there was a way to put a lanyard on it without drilling a hole in it. It would be nice, but I haven't dropped it yet. Boom! I got what I was aiming at. All right, missed. Thank you for answering questions so promptly. Appreciate you. Hey, that's why I'm here. I like to help people. Sorry I took a diversion to nerd out and have a bromance with Fast Eddie. I appreciate it. I try and answer all the questions. Somebody said I missed a comment. Thank you. Got it. Thumbs up. Thank you. Oh, Sam, if I miss anything important, you'll tell me on a message later. Eddie makes some awesome slingshots. Well, evidently he made this one, and it's all kind of awesome. How far from target? Well, the last shot I hit the target. This one's a little all over the place, and it's not always consistently the exact spot. A lot of times I'll shoot consistently low, and that's because I got my reference or my anchor in the wrong spot on my face, and I know how to fix that. Otherwise, it's just repetition and getting the feel and muscle memory for it. Hey, praise King Jesus is here. How's it going? Clark said hi. Hello, hello. Small stones fly. Yes, they do. Yeah, Sam's okay. Don't worry about him. He's buddy. We talk on Facebook Messenger. He'll contact me with anything important that I missed. So anyway, I'm shooting Fast Eddie. If you got any other cool frames you want me to try, Fast Eddie, I'm down, because you've made me a believer on this one, man. Boom! That's it. I got another hit. Yeah, buddy. Let's hit the bell on top. That'll make a nice bounce back. Boom, I hit it, and it bounced into my catch box and made a big racket. You a crack shot. I can hit stuff. Not always the best shot, not with this technique, but or this particular slingshot, because I'm learning it. Sometimes I'm a crack shot. I cut a can earlier and cut it in half with the slingshot. So my day was made. Ooh, that was a bad thing. Fast Eddie showed up, the guy that designed my slingshot, and made it. And Graham, some guy from the UK, popped in and talked about mockle misers, which nobody knows what a mockle miser is. But he comes in on all my lives and talks about mockle misering. And I have no clue what it is. I might be making an idiot of myself. It might be some vulgar, vile term that I have no idea what it is. Siren going by. Oh, he went the other way. So, I don't know. I may be looking like a total idiot, and he's laughing at me all the way to the bank. I don't care. Till I know what it is, that's just funny, and we're family friendly here. Boom, got it again. I'm getting better. Eddie makes some crazy cool frames. They were given away the drawings, and everyone loved them. Cool. Well, I got a free one off the free table at Midwest, and Mrs. Hicks said that. So, Mrs. Hicks, this frame has taught me to shoot pickle fork. So when your husband's frame gets here tomorrow, I can sort of confidently shoot the thing. But I will not be using steel initially because I don't want to break it. So I'm going to have to find reasons to go walking in the woods so I can shoot some clay. But yes, I've got a really nice Hicks frame coming tomorrow. Purple and not purple, orange and green, very colorful. It's going to be a beaut. Ma'am Hicks. What does the projectile look? I'm just using an 8mm ball bearing. Standard sizes are 7, 8, and 9.5. Those are the sizes that they allow in competition, and I've settled on 8. It's just what I like. Boom, got the bell. Diana said hi. Wickedy shooting 8mm ball bearings. Yes, that's my ammo of choice. I got an occasional 9.5 that snuck into my bag somewhere, probably at the tournament. I'll occasionally shoot that one, but I can feel how much. Okay, here it is. I can feel how much slower it is. Plus, it's huge in my pouch. Let's see what happens. Yeah, it drops a little bit quicker. Eddie PKJ. Is that his screen name? Do you collect them and reuse them, or do they get dinged up? No, they don't get dinged up. I have. Big old magnet. So at the end, I'll go down there in my catch box. The majority of the ammo's in there, and I'll just roll it around and pick it all up. A few of them that bounce around will be on the ground out in front of the target, and I'll pick those up. They shine. They're silver. So yes, I do reuse them. They don't. A few disappear, but not that many. But I'm trying to be environmentally friendly. Good evening from Leeds, England. Had a Black Widow catapult as a kid. If you heard of them, you're probably talking about a wrist rocket, which is what we call them. One of these. I have one, obviously. This is what it is. But I took the big fat tube bands off that are hard to shoot, and I put flat bands like this Slingshot on it. And now it shoots like a regular Slingshot and shoots really well. Favorite frames, the Nebula. That's a nice looking frame. I saw a picture of it. I'm still kind of new at this PFS thing. Maybe I'll collect some more. Don't shoot your eye out. I'll tell you what, that's my goal. Don't plan on it. But I can't make any promises. Can't make promises on that. But I haven't shot my eye out yet in a year and a half. Got the bell. Maybe I shouldn't shoot at that bell. That bounced and landed in my driveway somewhere. All right, hour and 45 minutes in. We're up to 240 likes. Holy Christmas. That's a bunch of peoples. Early in this thing, when people were piling in, we had like numbers like 500, 600. Boom, I got that 25mm spinner, leather spinner from Barefoot Slinger. Nice. All right, there's a little bell down there, little round one from Simpleshot. It's a little harder target. Let's see if we can hit that thing. Oh, almost got it. So Mrs. Hicks can go tell Mr. Hicks how well I'm shooting this PFS before his gets here. There we go. Took 3 shots to hit it. Boom! Yeah, Tennessee. No, I'm in Wisconsin. About 2 hours north of Chicago, about an hour north of the Illinois border. So we are in Wisconsin, just south of the capital of Madison. So if you know where Madison's at, we are 20 minutes away. I work in Madison, 25-minute drive every day. So anyway, folks, it's been an hour and 45 minutes. We have 200 and almost 50 likes. It's been a while. I'm getting tired. Before I hurt myself and make some mistakes, I think it's time to sign out. Again, some of you folks that are new at this, that are interested based on what you saw, go check out in the description my Slingshot Basics course. It's a playlist on my YouTube channel. Subscribe if you want there. That would be awesome. So check that out, and it will give you the basics you need to get started shooting slingshots and on target in a reasonable amount of time. It's the way I learned. It's what I learned from lots of people that I saw online. And I just put the stuff together that clicked with me, and I made a video of what worked for me. Is it going to be the best? No, because everybody's got a couple little tricks, but every time you watch a different one, you pick another tip up. And that's my goal, is to have that out there for you. Also, if you want to get a slingshot, Simpleshot's a great place to start if you're starting out. You can get fancy custom ones, but you don't want to be shooting those until you learn the basics, and you're not going to destroy a custom frame. So they make nice slingshots. Use the link in the description to Simpleshot if you want to check them out. It's much appreciated. And I have a giveaway from my 1,000 subscribers. I'm up to like 1,300 now, by the way. But we're going to have a drawing on May 10th if you want to enter to win. 1, you have to be a subscriber. 2, you have to go to the description, and there's a link for an email address in there called didiwin2026@gmail.com. Shoot me an email. You don't have to say anything in it. You can talk to me, and I'll correspond, but it's not going to help you win. It's going to be random. But I need your name, your real name, and your screen name as it would appear in my subscriber list. May 10th, Sunday night, I will draw a number randomly off the internet. It's one of them random generator thingamabobbies. And whoever's number comes up, I will verify that you're on my subscriber list. And if so, you'll get an email from me. You can win a $50 gift card. If you're a Sling and Friends, you can get a gift card to Simpleshot or Amazon, because I have a lot of international subscribers. And if you're an RC Plane person, because I have 500 people that subscribe that are RC Plane people, you'll get a gift card from either Horizon Hobby or Flight Test. Or you could also have the Amazon if you want. So anyway, that's the stuff. Check them out in the description. Thanks for watching. Keep on slinging. I filmed a new Slingshot slow-mo yesterday. It should be out later this week. We blew up a can of carbonated water, and we cut a can. And I see a couple of questions. I'm not going to go into them right now. It's the end of this broadcast. So you folks that asked those questions about where I'm from and why I'm so close to my face, pop back in another live when you see us pop up on your feed, and I'll be happy to answer the question. We're pushing 2 hours, and I'm starting to get tired. So it's time for me to call it a day and get in and get some rest and drink some water. So keep slinging, folks. You have a great day.